Hello, how you doing? How you been? So today's video, I am just going to be talking about basically my experience at that resellers market. So I forgot the name of the resellers market, but I'll just like put it up here. When we went there, it was a fun experience, and as from the intro you saw, like we went to this nice Mexican restaurant. I love the food, love the horchata. And then after that, we went over to the market. I didn't know it was going to be at a church. I thought from like the videos I've seen on their TikTok and on their not Facebook, on their Instagram, that it was going to be like some community center, because I saw like they had like an overview and it was like over like a basketball court. But nope, it was this big church, and when you walk in one of the buildings, because these churches out here be looking like college campuses, which don't make sense to me, but you come in, there's like a little food court area, then there's one gym, and that's where they're having like all the vendors for the clothes and stuff, and then to the left, there's another little gym on the side, down the hallway, and that's like I guess like the smaller gym where they were having the skating arena like area. So we obviously went to the clothes section, and the reason why I call it like a resellers market was because when we got in there, a lot of the people who were selling the clothes, you can tell like they went somewhere, thrifted these clothes and items themselves, and are trying to resell them for like a higher price. Some of them, I mean, somebody had a Coogie up in there, sweater. I thought it was cute, but I know everybody was like, that's a trend right now. Everybody's really into Coogies. I've only seen like one Coogie that like I would actually really buy and wear the mess out of from another person's like YouTube video, but I have yet to see it in person or online. And it was this beautiful, beautiful pink and green Coogie sweater. If I could find that video again, like I'll show like a little screenshot of what it looked like. It was just so cute. Anyway, so they had like a lot of vendors there, and it was kind of weird to set up, because like when you come in, you're thinking like there's one corner, and there's like, you're thinking it's like one booth, another vendor's booth, another vendor's booth, when it's actually, some of them, it was like a mixture of like one booth, and then right next to them it was like two vendors at one area. So I don't know how many vendors were there in total and how many booths there were, but it was packed, so it was really hard to film in there. I only ended up getting 3 things, just because that the type of market it wasn't really my style. And I could tell like a lot of the stuff that they have there, they were more gearing towards, of course, the Y2K, because everybody's into Y2K right now. There's certain things about Y2K that I like, but that's not really my thing. I'm gonna start with this dress. I am so obsessed with this dress. I think this is more like, the colors is giving like fall, but I'm wearing it right now because it's sleeveless, 1, and I love the collar, and then 2, I love this material. It's very like airy, like if I'm sweating, I'll dry off quickly, you know. And then there's like a little slit on the side, and I'll show what it looks like on. But it just basically looks like, it kind of reminds me of like fall leaves when they fall on the ground. That's what the pattern is giving. But the top part with the collar, I don't know, this collar is kind of making me feel like it's giving a little bit of like 70s vibes. And I just really like it. The only thing that I would say I don't like about the dress is just like the arm part, because it does this weird like thing right here when I wear it, but it's not really that noticeable, so I don't really care. But it fits perfectly, like not too tight, not too loose. The slit is not too high. And speaking of 70s, crazy thing, there was this one person who came in there. First of all, I was the only person up in there with the fro up until this dude showed up. Tell me why his whole vibe was giving Sweetness from Roll Bounce. Like,
I'm stronger than a locomotive, but they call me the Superman lover. Yeah.
Like, it was like, I was just in like shock in a sense, just because it was like the way his afro was. Like, it wasn't like anything about him. Like, it was just literally like the way his afro was. Like, I couldn't stop staring at his hair. And I'm like, is this how people like look at me sometimes when I go out? But like, I was just so amazed because his hair didn't look like mine. You could see like, you could kind of, it's like giving more texture, right? Like there's a lot of kind of like clump, and it just doesn't look like it's fully together, like one. You know what I'm saying? It's like two. You can see all the separate sections basically, but it looked like it was like picked out, and it looked like literally like the perfect afro, like from literally like Sweetness, like Sweetness afro, like in the movies like that. Like, it was just, I was just amazed at his hair. Like, his hair was so cool. Like, anyway, on to the next dress. I got this dress, and these two were at the same booth, but they were different vendors. So there's two vendors sitting there. One was from one and one was from the other. So this dress, I really like it. I don't think I'm gonna keep it as a dress though, because like it's like fully see-through. This would be, I feel like if it was a little looser in the arms, it could be like a cover-up for when I go to like the beach. When am I going to the beach though? Let's be realistic here. When am I going to the beach? Never. So it's like, I kind of want to turn this into like a two-piece, like have it maybe like even a three-piece set, to be honest, because hear me out. I got a skirt, right? And then for the top, I don't want to just have like a crop top. Like, I want it to be one of those, like, I don't know if they're called like a shrug or something, where it's just like the sleeves, it's just like this part is cut out and you only have this section right here. That's kind of what I want to do with this. The only problem I could see me having is like the back, but because like there's an opening. But I feel like maybe I could just leave the back a little longer than the front. And then the extra piece right here, I could just turn that into like some type of bandeau thing, like kind of corset to layer over other stuff. So I got a whole bunch of ideas for this dress. So we're going to see if I can make it come true, because this is like a mesh material. And I still haven't learned how to use my sewing machine. And then the last item is this beautiful jacket. And you already know I got my favorite colors. So I had to get it. And it has my favorite type of design. I don't know if this is abstract. And then the other interesting about this jacket is that the buttons are little birds. Like little birds carved on wood. And they all are like the same design, which I've never seen anything like that before. But I am really obsessed, if you can't tell, with, I didn't even realize it had this type of button thing, but like the ones where it's like this and then you just put the button through, I don't know, I'm just like really obsessed with jackets that have this. Once again, I have zero clue why, but I just really love that style. I am definitely obsessed with this jacket and will definitely be wearing the mess out of this. So that pretty much concludes like my little haul for the video. For this market, I would say it's since it's not really like my style, I wouldn't go back by myself. But this market was more for Khalil, and I was actually really glad that he was able to find a lot of stuff. He got like, I want to say 10 plus t-shirts, 5 plus hats, a sweater, not a sweater, a crew neck, and a jacket. I think 2 jackets or 1 jacket. So he got quite a few things. So in the thumbnail, that full bag was mostly his stuff. And so he really enjoyed it, and I'm glad that he was able to actually get more clothes, because all the thrift stores that we've been going to, plus like my favorite thrift store, even though my favorite thrift store has like a huge, like one of the biggest section for men that I've seen for all the thrift stores I've been to, it still doesn't have like the clothes that he's more like attracted to, likes. So when we went to the market, he was like basically like a kid in a candy store. So if there was another market similar to this one, I would only go back just for him, to get something. Like, obviously I'll still look around, and if I see something, I'll get it. But majority of it will just be for him to get stuff for his wardrobe. To be honest, if you look at the closet, I take up like the whole closet, and then he has these 2 little sections on the side. And then he has like a drawer, a little nightstand, and then like for the big drawer, he gets one side, I get one side. So I have a whole lot of clothes. I honestly don't need no more clothes, but I do want a little bit more. For him, he does need some more clothes, some more casual clothes. So it was nice that he got a lot of graphic tees. The other thing that I would say about it, one thing that I actually really liked about it was that there is a DJ in both areas. We weren't able to go to the skating area, sadly, because like I had to go to work the next day, and we were in the other one for quite a while. But being there, oh my gosh, the DJ, whoever that DJ is, they need to book him for every party, like every event, because he was playing hit after hit after hit. It was Friday, because first Friday, so he was playing the Just Got Paid song. He was playing all the oldies, Busta Rhymes, Missy Elliott, Sierra. The music was perfect. 10 out of 10 for the music. For the area, I would say for the amount of vendors that they had in there, it just was not enough space, because there was a lot of people walking around, and a lot of people keep like going like this, like I'm trying to look through clothes, and like because somebody want to get past, So the space was a little too cramped. It was getting there. And then I'm just not a big fan of the whole reseller stuff, because my thing is, I understand when there's stuff that's vintage and, you're selling that because you have to, you're selling it at a higher price because it is vintage, authentic vintage stuff. But there was like a bunch of cute like corsets that I saw, and this cute like camisole like tank top type of thing, halter top, that I wanted to get, and they $40 for this little purple corset. Like, no. I'm sorry. To me, I just couldn't do that. Like, these items that I got, this was like $10, I think. So I was like, it's kind of pushing it. And then this one was like $5. So I was like, that's perfect. And then this was $15, which was once again kind of pushing it, but I was like, it do look kind of like old. I don't know, maybe this might be like an old brand or something, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, $15, not too bad. But there's people in there selling like graphic tees for $100 and something, trying to sell. And then there was like other ones. He went to the ones where it was like the tees, it was like $10 or $5, per shirt, but like some of them, it was just ridiculous. And then that halter, like that, it literally was like a crop tank top that I was looking at that was black, and it was so cute. And it wasn't like Victoria's Secret or nothing like that. It was just a regular, one. And once again, trying to sell that thing for $45.
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call.
I don't know who done told you that somebody gonna pay $45 for a crop top, basically a bra. Like, I must be delusional to think that I can just get clothes for the cheap and have them still be good quality. But I mean, I guess I just been spoiled with Deseret Industries, my favorite thrift store, because I be getting a lot of good stuff for a really good price for the low. And the material's still pretty good. And I mean, there might be a hole or two. And that's the other thing. Some of these clothes, there was like a little hole in them and a little stain on them, and you over here charging $45 for something that's stained. No, you tripping. You're tripping, for real. So anyway, I'm not going to get too into that because we're going to be here all day. But overall, I give the experience like a good 7.5 out of 10. Just because, there was some good that came out. Khalil was able to get his wardrobe up, and I was able to find this cool jacket and this cool dress. So yeah, that's pretty much it.